Hey there, we're back for tip number 5 of our Google Drive email series. Hopefully, you've been enjoying our tips so far. I know last week was our first one that got into really being able to locate things quickly in your Drive by getting some files or some folders starred of the things that you use most frequently. But today, we're going to talk about kind of a biggie for your Google Drive, and that's the Shared With Me section. So being kind of an organized freak by nature, that's just my personality. My Shared With Me kind of drives me insane because really in your Shared With Me, there's no way to organize it. It's just organized by when the files were shared with you. So it just goes in chronological order. At the top, you'll see the things that were shared with you most recently. And then as you scroll down, it'll be things that were shared with you in the past. But like I said, there's no way to really organize it. So in order to be able to organize things that people share with you, you need to be able to add those files to your Drive. So that's what we're going to be working on today. So in order to get to your Shared With Me, you'll start off just on your Drive's homepage, and then you need to come over in the left-hand menu and click on the Shared With Me section. So this is going to pull up every file that has been shared with you in your Google Drive. So again, there's no way to organize this at all. You can see it's just by chronological when things were shared with me, but I can't add a folder in here. I can't move these files around. They are what they are. So to help me get these files organized, what I do is not everything that people share with me do I need a copy of in my Drive. Some things, it was just things that I opened. I don't really need to go back and look at that. It's nice that it was shared with me, but I don't really need to own that in my Drive. So most of the things that people share with me, I just leave here. But if it's a document that I know I'm going to need to go back and find later, or if I need to edit it in some way, or I know that I need to save it and go back to it at any time, those are the things that I will move into my Drive just so that I can organize them and know where to find them later. So this is my Shared With Me section. So I'm going to show you there are 3 different ways that you can move a file from your Shared With Me into your Drive. Probably the easiest way is simply to click on the file that you want, and you'll see the lettering will turn blue just to show which file you have selected. You can click down, just regular left click and hold. Then you can move that file, just drag and drop it into your Drive. If you hold over the words My Drive, it will bring up all your folders, and you can expand those and then put it wherever you'd like to. So that's a real simple way to organize things from your Shared With Me, is literally just drag and drop them where you'd like them to be in your Drive. Sometimes if you're on a Chromebook especially, or a laptop device, it might be harder to kind of click and drag with the way the mouse is set up. So a different way to do that is to right click on the file and then go down to move to. So you can actually move this to your Drive that way. And so this way would just be a series of clicks to find the folder or the location that you want to move this item to. Once you find the place that you want it to be saved, you can click move here, and it will put that file into your Drive for you. The third way that you can move a Shared With Me file into your Drive is if the file is open. So I'm just going to open this, and I'm going to look at it. Let me click this file. So if I want to add this to my Drive, if I look up at the top up here, I get the little star. So if it's something really important, I can star it, and it will go into the starred section. Or I can click here, and this is the Drive symbol with a little plus. That means it's going to add it to my Drive. So once I click here, I can click this organize button, and that's where I can tell it exactly where I'd like for this file to go. So I can go ahead and move it into one of my folders just from here. Click move here, and it's going to put that file into whatever folder I have selected at the time. So essentially that's it. 3 simple ways to do it. You can drag and drop. You can right click on it and move it to a folder, or if you've already got the file open, then you can click that little plus icon next to the Drive triangle, and it will let you organize it and put it into a folder there. Because remember, the big thing about your Shared With Me is that there's no way to organize it. Some people ask if you should delete things out of your Shared With Me. I really don't recommend that, just in case you ever need to go back and search for something like you didn't think it was really maybe important at the time, but then a couple of weeks from now you realize, oh yeah, well maybe I really did need that file. So I don't recommend deleting anything, but if you know it's going to be important, just go ahead and move it into your drive right when you get the email that this file was shared with you. That way you don't have to go back and search through your shared with me later. So at this point, it's going to be kind of like when we first got into your drive and we were setting up our folders for our different files. It may be kind of overwhelming to dig back through your shared with me and kind of see what you need to move around and add to your drive. But don't let it overwhelm you. Just start slow like you did with your folders. Just go start working your way backwards. Do I need any of these? Okay, yes, I need that. That needs to be in my drive. I want to find it quickly. It goes with this folder, and just work on getting them moved in just a little bit at a time. And then from now on, as soon as someone shares it with you, make that decision. Okay, yeah, this is really important. I want it to be in my drive so I know exactly where it is. I can find it really quickly. Go ahead and make the move. If it's something that you don't think you'll need again, it's just some information to share with you, then you can just leave it in your shared with me, and then you can always go back and find it in your shared with me later. And we'll talk about that in another one of our tips and tricks. So hopefully this has been helpful to talk about your shared with me. Go ahead and start moving some things that you might need to and get them organized in all those nice new folders that you have created. We'll see you next week for tip number 6. Bye.